Planning to visit our favorite city? Want to know the tourist traps to avoid? Well, you've come to the right place. The world is full of enchanting destinations, but unfortunately, not all that glitters is gold. Today, we're diving into the world of tourist traps. So, what exactly is a tourist trap? In essence, it's a place where more money than necessary is charged for goods and services, all under the guise of providing an authentic experience. These traps are notorious for taking advantage of unsuspecting visitors, turning what should be a delightful vacation into a disappointing ordeal. Knowing how to navigate through these traps is key to truly immersing yourself in the genuine charm and culture of any city. Today we'll be guiding you through the 7 worst tourist traps to look out for, from overpriced souvenir shops to inauthentic cuisine, pricey tours, and more. Stay tuned as we unveil the 7 worst tourist traps to avoid. Starting at number 7, beware of overpriced souvenir shops. These little trinket treasure troves are strategically placed around popular tourist attractions. They lure you in with the promise of a tangible memory of your trip, but often at a hefty price. You'll find the same items like keychains, postcards, and t-shirts marked up significantly simply because of their location. Instead of falling into this trap, seek out local markets or shops a bit further from the main attractions. Here, you can find unique, often handcrafted goods that truly represent the culture of the place you're visiting. Not to mention, they're usually priced much more reasonably. You could also consider unconventional souvenirs. Why not pick up a local cookbook or bottle of regional wine? These items can help you recreate the experience at home long after your trip ends. Remember, the best souvenirs are the memories you make, not the overpriced trinkets you buy. Moving on to number 6. Avoid restaurants serving inauthentic local cuisine. Picture this. You're exploring the city, your stomach growls, and you're drawn into a bustling eatery promising a taste of traditional local fare. But beware, some of these restaurants serve a watered-down version of the local cuisine, designed to satiate the less adventurous palates of tourists. And the worst part? The prices are often sky-high, leaving you with a lighter wallet and a less-than-authentic experience. Instead, why not try street food? It's often prepared fresh right before your eyes, and it's a great way to immerse yourself in the local culture. Or better yet, eat where the locals do. These places may not always look fancy, but they're where you'll find the real heart and soul of the city's cuisine. So be bold, go off the beaten path, and savor the real flavor of the city by eating where the locals do. At number 5, be wary of expensive taxis. We've all been there, fresh off the plane, lugging our suitcases, and eager to get to our destination. It's in these moments that we become easy prey for taxi drivers looking to charge exorbitant rates. These cabs, often conveniently located outside airports and popular tourist attractions, can charge you an arm and a leg for a short trip. But don't let this deter you from exploring. There's a way to navigate the city without breaking the bank. Public transportation is not only a cheaper alternative, but it also offers a more authentic experience. From the hustle and bustle of the bus to the swift efficiency of the metro, you get to see the city from a local's perspective. Alternatively, consider using ride-sharing apps. They offer upfront pricing, which can save you from the nasty surprise of an inflated taxi fare. So let's be smart about our choices. Experience the city like a local by using public transportation. Number 4 on our list is pushy street performers. You're strolling down a bustling street, soaking in the city's vibe, when suddenly, you're surrounded by a crowd watching a street performance. It's engaging, it's exciting, but before you know it, a hat is being passed around for donations. Some performers can get quite assertive, making you feel obligated to pay for a show you didn't exactly sign up for. Now, don't get us wrong. Street performers can be a fantastic part of the city's culture, adding color and life to the urban landscape. However, it's important to remember that you're under no obligation to contribute. If you're uncomfortable with the pressure tactics, consider enjoying the performances from a safe distance. Better yet, look out for scheduled performances in public spaces, which often provide high-quality entertainment without the pushiness. Enjoy the city's art scene without being pressured into paying for unsolicited performances. Coming in at number 3 are commercialized attractions. Now, we all know them. They're those big-name sites that are splashed across every postcard and travel brochure. They're the places that everyone tells you just have to see. But let's take a moment to think about what you're really getting when you visit these massively commercialized attractions. More often than not, these places are swarming with tourists just like you, all trying to snap the perfect photo, all wanting to tick off that must-see site from their bucket list. It's crowded, it's chaotic, and sometimes it can feel a bit like you're on a conveyor belt, being shuffled from one point to another. And then there's the hype. These attractions are often built up to be something truly spectacular, something you simply can't miss. But how many times have you visited these places only to feel a little underwhelmed? How many times have you thought, is that it? That's the power of aggressive marketing. It can make a mountain out of a molehill and leave you feeling like you've missed out if you don't join the throng. But here's a little secret. There's so much more to a city than its commercialized attractions. Every city has its hidden gems. It's lesser-known sites that offer a taste of the real city, the city that the locals know and love. These are the places that aren't necessarily on every tourist map, but they're the places that offer a genuine, authentic experience. So why not step off the tourist trail and explore these lesser-known attractions? You'll avoid the crowds, you'll avoid the hype, and you'll discover a side of the city that you wouldn't see otherwise. You'll get a chance to mingle with the locals, to experience the city's culture and history firsthand, and to create your own unique memories. So instead of following the crowd, why not strike out on your own? Discover the city's hidden gems that are off the beaten path. The second worst tourist trap to avoid is pricey tours. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with taking a tour. It can be a fantastic way to learn about the city and its history, but beware of those that are excessively expensive and don't offer a unique or worthwhile experience. Often these tours are filled with generic information that you can easily find online or in a guidebook. And while they might take you to all the must-see spots, they might not offer the depth of insight or personal touch that can truly make your visit special. Instead, consider planning your own tour. With a bit of research, you can tailor your itinerary to your interests. Alternatively, find a local guide. They can often provide a more authentic and intimate perspective of the city. Remember, the best experiences aren't always the most expensive ones. Experience the city at your own pace and on your own terms. And the number one tourist trap to avoid is scams. Scams, unfortunately, are a universal nuisance aiming to prey on the unsuspecting and the unprepared. And tourists, often unfamiliar with local customs and norms, can be perceived as easy targets. So let's delve into some common scams that you should be aware of. First up, we have the infamous friendship bracelet scam, where a friendly stranger ties a bracelet around your wrist and then demands payment for it. Sounds ridiculous, right? But it happens more often than you'd think. Remember, nothing is free, especially not from strangers on the street. Next, we have the taxi overcharge scam. This is where a taxi driver, knowing you're unfamiliar with the area, takes a longer route to your destination, running up the meter. To avoid this, always agree on a fare before starting your journey or use a trusted ride-sharing app. The distraction scam is another one to watch out for. In this scenario, one person distracts you while another pickpockets your belongings. Always keep your valuables close and your awareness sharper. One of the more sophisticated scams is the fake official scam. Here, someone posing as an authority figure like a police officer or a ticket inspector fines you for a made-up offense. Always ask for identification, and if you're unsure, go to a nearby police station or tourist information center. So how do we avoid these scams? Well, the key is awareness and a healthy dose of skepticism. Don't accept gifts from strangers, agree on prices beforehand, keep your belongings secure, and question anyone who approaches you with an unexpected problem or offer. In addition, do some research before your trip. Familiarize yourself with common scams in the area you're visiting. Knowledge, after all, is power. And in this case, it could also save you a lot of trouble and money.